Hey, good people, how are you? Yes, it is me, Tracy, the Sacred CEO, and I just wanted to come here and share some vital information on how we can let go of toxic situations, right? How the three things that keep us actually from releasing and letting go of toxic situations. We know the situation isn't good for us. We know that we are not feeling loved. We are not feeling appreciated. We may be feeling used. We may be feeling misused, right? There may even be some emotional, financial, physical, mental, spiritual, even technological abuse. I just learned through Dr. Spirit the other morning that there is a such thing as technological abuse. What is technological abuse? Somebody that's always, or you might be the technological abuser, right? Somebody that's always checking your phone, has access to your social media pages, looking through your DMs, looking through your text messages, things like that. That is called technological abuse. You know, I had one sister friend, we used to be really good friends, and she used to put a tracker on every mate that she had. Every mate that she had, she would put a tracking device on their phone, and she always knew their location. She knew where they were. She knew what was going on. And I was like, wow, how unhealthy is that? Like, and she was like, girl, I need to know because, if they try to pull something over me or try to cheat on me, if they want to cheat, just like if you want to cheat, you're going to do it and you're going to find a way to do it. Tracking them is not going to stop them from doing anything. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she used to track them, and that really disturbed me because it let me know where she was on her level of security with herself and her level of well-being. Like it was a little scary for me that every relationship she was in with every man she's with, and she probably has the tracker on the one she's with now. Hey, beautiful, how are you? So once again, I'm Tracy Bryant. I'm Tracy, the Sacred CEO, and I am here. I'm going live. Three important things that you should be aware of in being able to release and let go, and why you may be unable to release and let go. So I'm going to get into the first one, and the first one is financial and emotional constraints. So you may have a lack of resources, or you may feel like the resources that you're receiving from the relationship will be cut off, right? Like they may be the one that controls the money, right? That's financial abuse. That's financial abuse when someone controls the money and constantly complains about you having to spend the money, especially if you're spending money. Maybe they're not making enough money, but yet they are the one bringing in the money, and yet they're sharing with you what a burden you are. Or how, you've become a burden to them. And what I find, it's usually, you might be in a situation where you're experiencing not being as resourceful as you used to be or could be for whatever reason. And now you're feeling like, you are a burden because they keep telling you, you're not bringing in enough. You're not doing enough. You've become a burden. And sometimes that can be really hard on a relationship, and that can really play with a person's self-worth, knowing that they have it in them to create resources. They have it in them to create, security. They have it in them, and somewhere in their life, they may be stuck or stagnant, right? It doesn't take away the fact that your loved one is telling you they may need help, but to say you are a burden, that can really, really hurt. And that is a very toxic way of expressing, their dissatisfaction with the economic situation, right? So also a fear of the unknown, not knowing what this is going to be. If you let go of this relationship, if you let go of this situation, What does that mean for you? You may not have enough resources, income, or you may be having a problem, or you haven't found a job, or even the fear of having to find a job. Like if you've been out of work for a while and you've kind of become dependent on this person to take care of your needs, and I'm talking about basic needs as far as, housing and food and, gas and transportation, very basic needs. And then you also may have some personal needs, especially if you're a woman. We have feminine, matters that happen each month, and we may need some feminine products, and just to have to ask for that, right? It kind of, if you feel like you're a burden, it kind of plays, like I said, on your self-worth. So also emotional attachment. What I'm finding is most people stay in very toxic, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually abusive relationships, even physical abusive relationships, is because of the emotional attachment to the toxic person or to the toxic situation. And it can make it very, very difficult to let go, right? So a lack of self-confidence, that's the biggest one. The biggest one, I said I was going to give you 3, but that's 4. A lack of self-confidence. Like you just don't have the morale. You just don't have the drive. You just don't have the get up and go. And a lot of you not having the drive, the morale, or the get up and go is because you are in a toxic situation that is not feeding life into your spirit to bring in the energy, to feed you the energy and the creativity of the ideas of how to even release yourself enough to do better for yourself, right? So you get into a dark and very unhappy place. A lack of, and it plays on your self-worth, and it continues to reduce your self-confidence. But I'm here to tell you, man or woman, right? You're going to have to do some things to increase your self-confidence. You're going to have to believe in yourself that you can do it, and you don't ever have to stay obligated to a toxic situation that is feeding you death and not life. People are in your lives and they are providing 2 things, death or life. You have to ask yourself which one is which and which one is associated with who. Who in your life is providing death and who in your life is providing life. And sometimes we have people in our life that got a mixture. Right? It's a mixture of the 2. One day they provide life and the next day they provide death. It's still a toxic situation. You want to eliminate and release as much toxicity in your life as you possibly can in order to develop a relationship with yourself that is going to encourage the evolution of happiness, joy, peace, a life worthwhile, a life worth living, right? That's what we need to do, because as we get older, as we pro-age, as we come into the area of where we should be enjoying our life and in extending love and wisdom to those who deserve it. I had a conversation with a brother not too long ago, and we were in a deep conversation. It's about a month ago. Very intelligent, evolved brother. I was happy to meet him, right? And we were sitting there and we had a conversation, and he said that he feels like everyone is deserving. And I personally didn't agree with that, right? So we didn't get into a true debate, but we did agree to disagree. Okay. And he wasn't trying to overconvince me in his belief. And I sure wasn't definitely trying to convince him in my belief. Right? I was just like, hey, it is what it is. I don't believe that everyone is deserving of my love or my access or my energy. Now, he said, I agree with you about the access and energy, but everyone is deserving of love. I said, no, I didn't say everyone wasn't deserving of love. Okay, I didn't say that. You know, God's love's for everybody. My love isn't. Let's be clear. So he kind of laughed, you know, and kind of gave me that look. And I was like, yeah, baby, you dealing with a real one. You dealing with a real one. Yeah, we not doing it. Everybody don't deserve my love. Okay. And so for my sisters who are over 40 and over 50, understand that your dream never expires. Okay. Hey, sweetie, how are you, Lex? Your dream never expires. Right? So no matter your age, no matter if you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, okay? Get out there. Do what it is that you always desired to do. Your life is waiting for you to live it, to fulfill it, right? And if you have people in your life that support your healing, your happiness, and your recovery, by all means, love on them. Love on them. Honor them. Appreciate them. People that really support you. You know, it's not all about finances. I'm talking about the people that honor your creativity, that honor your lifestyle, right? That want to see you flourish, grow, evolve, right? Blossom. Those people. Those the people you want to share your love with. Those the people who are deserving of your love, right? But you have some people that's so toxic, the more you love them, the more they push you away because they don't feel deserving of it. I have someone very close and intimate to my life, and the more we love her as a family, the more she just pushes us away. But she connects with the toxic people who don't necessarily love her, who may, use her or abuse her or steal from her. Those are the people she connects to and gives some type of grace and honor to. Okay? But that comes from those toxic emotional attachments that I'm speaking about. There's something in the abuse that she's attracted to. And I need you to think about that. If you're still in a toxic situation, it's a toxic circumstance, a toxic relationship, I want you to seriously think about what is it in that toxic situation? What abuse are you connecting to that is familiar? There's a familiarity there that you're not ready to let go of, right? It always comes back to you. We can blame, we can point the finger, but it's always going to come back to you, to where, why are you still there? And the more you ask yourself, why am I still here? The worse you feel, right? The worse you feel. Because your soul knows you should have exited that situation. You should have bounced long time ago. You should have been kicked rocks. You know this. Your soul knows this. But for whatever reason, you are experiencing financial and emotional attachments, fear of the unknown, or just emotional attachments and a lack of confidence, an attachment to the toxicity. Okay? So I just wanted to share that with you. If you have someone you are loving, you have a man, a woman, children, that you loving in your family, everyone in your family is supportive one of another. You are supportive of your husband. Your husband is supportive of you, and you are actually helping one another, like in every area, and where some of us lack, the other one should pick up. Okay. But we can't lean lean on that person to the point of total codependency. We're supposed to lean enough to get our resources in order so that we can stand on our own with the true connection and support of those loved ones who truly support us. I want us all to feel and experience love. Love is a beautiful thing, no matter how long you experienced it. Maybe you was in a relationship for a year, 6 months, 2 years, 6 years, 8 years, 10 years, 20, 25, 30, and maybe the season was up. That's okay. Love what you shared together because that time was amazing. Amazing. And there's so many good memories there. And there was so much love felt and shared. There is, I think it's Mark Twain that says, to love and not be loved is not to love at all. And that means we need to honor those times when we truly experience love. And remember, love is personal. Love is personal. And everybody has their own style of loving, right? But letting go of those toxic emotional attachments are very, very important and the key to happiness. I hope this live was able to bring you some value, and I appreciate all of your love and support. Check me out on social media at Tracy the Sacred CEO, live on YouTube for my podcast, Feminine Alchemy. The podcast, it is the #1 podcast for the evolution of women over 40. And we are living our best lives. Go check it out right now on YouTube. Peace and blessings. Have a beautiful day.